It took me 34 years and literally thousands and thousands of players and strategies to get to this strategy, which is no clickbait, by far my favorite strategy.
It's actually pretty good. Let's try it.
Now, we're going to do a $5, we're gonna pretend it's a $5 table, so we're going to basically show you the schematics, okay?
The schematics.
And then on Patreon, we're going to show you what happens, what you do on a $10 table. And for those of you that are into the Nexus, our cqnexus.com, we will have it all the way up to a $50 game. We're going to do all of it. So we'll have all the levels and we'll have the downloads available for you. So you go to the cqnexus.com and look up the 2-bit system and the deep dive will be there. All right, so let me show you what's going to go on. Okay, so here we have, you got your 44 inside, okay? So here's what happens, okay? Anything hits, you're going to get paid $14. Mm-hmm. Anything hits on the inside, okay? You're going to say same bet. Now, you're not really same betting because then what you're going to say is give my 9 a 10, give my 5 a 4. You're going to spread out on the outside 20. You're going to use the 5 a 9. Same bet meaning you're just going to collect this, right? Actually, let's reset because it's technically not the same bet. You know what I mean? So it's not the same bet. You're going to say, hey, okay, so let's do this. Okay, so here you have $44 inside, 12 each, 10 each, okay? Anything hits, you're going to get paid $14. You're going to collect the $14, and then you're going to tell the dealer, hey, split my 5 and 9 and give me a 4 and 10.
Yep.
Okay? Because it's a $5 table. Okay, now, you're going to play two systems, sort of. The 6 and 8 are its own thing. The 4, 5, 9, and 10 are its own thing. If a 6 and 8 should hit next, you're going to collect the payout, and you're going to take down one of the 8. So you're going to leave. You're going to go to $6 each, 6 and 8. Now watch this. If that happens, along with this money here that you collected, you have $40, and guess what? You're only in $4, and you have $32 across paid for. And it's a beautiful thing because you got you get a little money back right off the bat, the $14. Okay, now what you're going to say is, but David, what do I do with the 4, 5, 9, and 10? Well, if the 4, 5, 9, and 10 roll, you're going to power press. So let's back it up a second. Okay, so let's say, for example, we hit the inside number, right? We collected our $14. Here, let's put that out there. Okay, and now we have 20 on the outside, 12 each, 6 and 8. Now let's say we're lucky and a 4 rolls. So it's going to pay $9. What you're going to do is you're going to throw in $1. Okay. Now what you could do is press the 4 and 10, right? But for our purposes, and you know, Dennis is a bit aggressive, he's just going to go all the way up and power press the 4. We recommend just whatever number hits on the outside, you power press. Now if another 4 rolls, watch this, we get $27, right? And now we've got options, you see? We can leave the 4 pressed, we can leave the 6 and 8 pressed, and look at this, we have $39, $40 in the rack. We're only in $5 at this point, you see? Yeah. And we can leave all these options. So that's the idea behind this system. It's a little more aggressive, gets you out in front of a roll if it gets hot, and if you're lucky enough to get one of these double taps, you now have more choices, right? Now, if the 4 did not hit, let's say, okay, maybe we're not lucky enough where we didn't get a 4, okay, but we've already collected the 14. Let's say a 6 and 8 hits. Well, that's fine. We're going to get our 14 and still come down, and we're going to leave the 4. Yep. Because now we got the 4 working for us. So we got a little, so that's why we play these independent, and we're still in, now we're in $5. We had to throw in $1, you know what I mean, to press the 4. But look at this. 39. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're in an extra $1. So who cares? You're in $5 and you have 32 across. Actually, you have 32 plus you have power. You got to press on the 4.
Yeah, this one has a couple more scenarios, but we'll kind of get through it as we play. We'll probably see them. If not,
we'd say like this is not for the absolute beginner, but that's why you want to go to CQ Nexus because we'll have the sheets.
Yeah, we'll break it down.
To kind of break it down and tell you exactly what you do. Put it into slow-mo. You know what I'm saying?
I think you could do this 300.
$300, dude. Great minds, buddy.
I would still buy in 500 personally, but you could do this with 300.
Because he's a baller. He's a bit of a baller. Gigantic ballers.
44?
You know what I'm saying? Okay, $44. He doesn't. You see, young people they don't lean into all the really good stuff like us, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Boomer jokes?
Huh?
Nothing.
No, what?
Don't worry about it.
All right, we got Dennis on the coming out, sir. There we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That. Not from the don'ts. God forbid, dude. We don't want to start that game. Jesus. Change everybody's perception. 5-5, a no field, a fiver to stay aliver. We're out on the five. I love saying fiver.
I think you need more.
I need more?
You're hitting the restroom too often.
Oh, God. Really? I think, anyways. 4 easy. See, this is the big hole in the system is if you should just be
Stuck
rolling
on the
4s and 10s all day. You know what I'm saying? It'd be kind of depressing. Another 4 easy. Done. It's a 7. It's a 4 tray 7. You really needed a 4 on that roll to make any money. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? This is where we're at. All right. The dreaded point, number we don't have, followed by a 7. You roll lots of horn numbers, and you're sitting there rolling the dice, and no one's got the horn. 8 easy 8. It's a 6 deuce, 8 to skate. All right. Don't be late on the 8.
That's not the 8.
You need the 8 to roll the fate of 8, and don't wait to be late. Okay, a winner. We have a winner. It's a 62. It's a winner 8. All right, so here's what he's going to do. He's taking $14, going to put that in the rack, put a little money, and then he's going to tell the dealer, hey, I need $20 on the outside.
Yep.
There
now,
it is.
Depending on the dealer, they might look at you funny a little bit.
No. And if you do look funny, you know what I mean? Like, that could be the reason. But otherwise, let them know, hey, 8 heart way, square pair, took us right there. It's 8 heart. Just explain, hey, make my 9 a 9 and 10. Make my 5 a 5 and a 4. Okay. Yeah, dealers sometimes don't listen right away. They have their own shit going on in their head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we really need a number. That would be the 7. That's a number. 7 out. That's a bit of a route on the 7 out. All right, here we go.
I like how you have a bowl and you just dump it on the...
I mean, I do have a bowl, but that's a wiener. We got a wiener. We back on a wiener. And a 5. A 4 and a dot. There is no 5 in the field today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today.
I guess you could switch the 5 and the 9.
You could switch the 5 and the 9? Oh,
yeah.
Field, I mean,
right? Because it would be the same.
But then what would you wouldn't be able to say 9 center field. You know what I mean? It would just ruin it. I might have a heart attack if that ever happened, dude. I might show up at a table and literally lose my lunch. 8 easy 8, a 5 trade, skate. Okay, look at you, buddy. All right, ready? Here, let me give you 15 for 1 because clearly those aces are taking up way too much room. And you're going to tell the dealer,
hey, make my outside look like 20.
There you go. Do something with those nickels, dude. Gimme. 6 easy. Oh, thank God, dude. It was just literally on the precipice. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's 15 for 1, right? I'm going to go ahead and give you this, and you're going to say, make my 6 and 8 look like 6 each.
Yep.
And now you're in $4, dude. You're out of the hand, basically. You're emotionally disconnected from these bets, which is 9, I was going to say, which is necessary because, oops. Okay, and you see what he's doing now? Power pressing. He's going to power press. Now, some of you could decide to press 2 numbers. We recommend going up on 1 number, kind of, focusing in on those rolls where someone rolls, 5 9s, 6 9s, 7 9s. 6 a heart way. It's a heart 6. Now look at this. You see this? He knows these presses like the back of his hand, dude, like the back of his hand.
Well, this is the level I'm usually playing at when I go play.
This is a fantastic level. We love this level. This is the lingerie level.
The $5 table, yeah.
This is great. You know what I mean? The little 8 heart way, a square pair 44. Who doesn't like a good heart 8, dude? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
depends on who you ask.
That's right. That's true. Some people, the heart 8 is too much. Sometimes it's too little. It really depends who's got the money, who's betting on it. 8 easy, a 5 tray 8
I'll collect because I'm down. Usually I wouldn't, but I would collect.
Look at this. What a collector, huh? Look at you. This is where we start making our money. That's all we need is one of these hands, hopefully. Praise 4 easy. Oh, look at you, buddy. You want to press them both or just all the way up on the 1?
No, I'm out. I'm good.
He's going all the way up on the 1. He's just focused on the 4. I don't think you've even rolled a 10 yet. I think it's all 4s.
I literally, at least when it comes to the 4 and 10.
Yeah, today you're all about the 4. 6 easy. Wow, another 6. He's going the $3 to 42. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. Because he collected on the 8 already. That's why he's going up on the 6. A 6 easy. Oh, what a genius. Absolute flipping genius. And there it is.
Collect.
Yeah, all right, we'll give you that. There you go. He's giving me the $1 because it pays 49. For a minute there, I was like confusing myself,
yeah, because you're paying the 6, not the 8.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we want to give you all that extra money. 10. That's on the end. It's the other end is a 10. Now this is the hand. This is the hand, folks. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing this. He's going to go to 15. Luckily, I don't even need to, he doesn't even need to speak, dude. I could just read his mind at this point. I'm like a mind reader. I'm like a 5. That's a
like
wiener.
the only one I don't have pressed.
That is a wiener. And look at this. It's going
I'll
up,
take the
everybody.
aces.
He needs the aces. He's taking the aces. You've hit all these numbers. You haven't hit the 2, 3, 11, and 12.
I don't think I hit a horn.
No horn numbers, dude. So that's all we need. You can hit the low or the high, whatever you want. Here it is. We're ready. We're waiting for it. Everybody at home is a 10. That's easy. At 64, it's a 10. It's easy. Not as easy as we hope, but there we go. Check this out, everybody. If you're plugging this into Crapsy right now, this is quite the roll. This is the roll that we want to see it. Yo, 11. Holy smokes.
That's the first horn.
That is the first horn. If we're one away from the tall, and it's a 4 heart way, it's a 22.
40?
My God, you're going to go to a quarter? Yeah, I would go
40.
to a quarter.
40,
oh, you're going to go to 40? You just, wow, look at him, buddy. See, I would have taken that. That's 27 bucks.
40,
Dude.
40.
Look at this guy, dude. Just, you know what I'm saying? Thinks he's got this. Yeah, this is where, because people on Crapsy do, they plug these in manually. Yo, 11, that's a 3. Here it comes, everybody. 8 easy, a 5 tray 8, and skate. We got an 8. Don't be late on the 8. Boop. Yep. Wow, everybody's enjoying this. Sometimes I think it's better to take someone's roll than to use the random, so you can see kind of how you would have played this out, basically,
yeah.
right? And then you can compare and contrast. Yo, 11 again. I would want to enter rolls more than 6. Heart way. It's a heart 6.
90.
He's going to 90, folks. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. We're going to give him that dollar. Now he has targets. This is now target practice. 8 easy 8. Another 90.
Yep.
Another 90. But see, now this is where we're poised and ready to go. Wow, look at this. Look at this. One more 6 and 8 is all he needs to. Oh, it's a heart 6. If you're going to roll the heart 6, if you're going to take advantage of the heart 6, watch this, everybody. Blackjack going up. Going into blackies. Just saw it here, folks. By the way, you just need a 12 for the tall. And you need a 5-5. It's a non-fielder.
36.
It's a non-fielder. He's going to 36, everybody. Look at that. Bam. You are just poised. You are just rock. Yo, 11 again. Gone here. I'm really curious to see who would have won. 10 a hard way. It's a wiener. If we got a wiener
90.
on a hard 10. They say a good hard 10 is always a winner. Those of you who enjoy that hard 10, that's like the winner.
I will say this.
You are, yeah.
Everything in my hand is even.
You're even.
Everything
so
on my
it's all
rack
profit. And look
profit.
at all the money you have out here, dude. It's just literally just fantastic. And now you're just 9. Now you're out on the 9 is what you are. Really, I want to see you hit that 12. I'd love for you to see. I'd love for you to roll the ATS literally while people are actually watching. You know what I'm saying? 6 easy. Holy smokes. You wouldn't collect another one of those? Here he goes, everybody. He's going in $15 because this is 90 and 120. He's going to 210. The David Special. The David Special. You know what's so funny? I got this press basically from when I used to go out with Mike and play. This is the press that we would do.
When you won the 49 grand?
When I won the 49, yeah, because we had worked out kind of how we would progress. And it was crazy because it threw the dealer off. I didn't realize, like, 7, that would be the 7 out. 7, el fuera. You are poised and ready to go. Now watch this. For those of you who are actually on Crapsy, I just want to see where you're at in this roll. Because I would love for you guys to compare. And look at this. Check this out just really quickly. Not to rub it in or anything, but we want to see, like, what kind of money he had out
rubs
here.
it in all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could have been ahead of this roll, yeah, not to rub it in, but you could have won. Could have won. Okay, so this is 75. This is 100. Okay, look at this. And you had a yeah, because this was a 36. Check this out, everybody. 2, 3, 4, 31. You had up here.
So?
4. Yeah, he doesn't care because he was literally on the verge of retirement.
Listen, I mean,
431.
I've lived this before.
Yeah.
Where I was at Jerry's, and then it was squeeze play, which plays very similarly to this.
Yep.
And it was 32. I ended up with 32 across after squeeze, and then I ended up with 300 on the 10, 300 on the 8, 300 on the 4. If I was so scared about that 900 on the table, I wouldn't have won.
I'm just curious what everybody else would have gotten to. 431. How much you have in the rack? What did you win back?
Whatever this is.
Whatever. This is what you won back. But you were down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was down.
All right, and then what do we say? We always say, listen, if Dennis Lee's +1, we have to run out. That's the system, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people are a little more conservative. They'll see that and be like, I should have.
It's too aggressive.
But I wouldn't have gotten out if I did. If I regressed at any point. I mean, my opinions of this one is much better than the last one.
Ooh, butter.
And the last one, I gave I gave it a quarter banana.
Barely a banana. So you're saying this is the whole banana?
The reason why is because it's basically squeeze play.
Yeah.
The only difference is there's two major differences, but now it's just pros and cons at this point, right? Like which ones do you like more, which ones you like best. The two major differences is you can get out in 2 hits, and that first set you get out with profit every at least a little bit. You're mitigating the loss a little bit.
Yeah.
The difference here is if you get stuck on the outside numbers, you're gonna have to power press collect, and that might take more than 2 numbers. Squeeze play is any 2, cross numbers, but you're out either way.
Yep.
But I think those are pros and cons for you guys to debate for yourself if you want to play it. I think it's a golden banana for most people.
Dude, it's 100% golden banana. By the way, so my feedback, it's very simple. One is you get out a little bit of money, even so if it's a point number 7 kind of thing, you still have a little money back in the rack. It's not completely terrible. The second one is it is a little bit more aggressive than, let's say, even like ultimate squeeze, but it kind of depends on how the roll is, of course.
And one of the scenarios that we didn't see was if you hit like an outside, let's say I had a 9, power press that collected it, then you would have left those 6 and 8s to be ready to win again.
That's exactly right. So that's where you can kind of lean in. And that's one of the caveats, one of the commentaries we have is that for some people, believe it or not, even though you're getting out, it's not aggressive enough. You're not advancing the units, right? So this satisfies both of those. This is by far the system I play, but I will tell you this. We talk about bankroll. You gotta have a little extra money and some little flexibility. Ultimate squeeze play is a much sort of tighter rein, or GM spin, this kind of thing. With this system, here's what I recommend, believe it or not. You gotta have comfortably 10 plus shooters. You can't come in too short of money. This one at 44, 300 bucks, not a bad deal. But at all the other things, make sure that whatever that first investment is, it's 500, it's 1,000, because remember, it's a little more aggressive. Okay, well anyways, my favorite system, by far. Favorite system.
If we're talking about favorites, I still lean to squeeze play.
This is my favorite system. All right, we're going to show a different level on Patreon. All right, here you go, buddy.